But there are some unresolved issues about it, and what this book does, Are You Still a Slave? It's a test workbook. It's 50 questions, true and false. There are no trick questions, and it's designed to let us find out if we are practicing slavery, self-induced now, since we no longer have a slave master, without, any outside intervention. If we are still doing the things that we did in slavery that impact upon our lifestyle today.
First thing you say is, we've never resolved it. When you say we, the black community, the black-white community, America, the world.
Well, that's part of it not being resolved. We keep expecting, something because we experienced that trauma, because our ancestors experienced that trauma. We want some sympathy. We want the 40 acres and a mule. We want some kind of therapy. We want something for it, and we've never even really gotten any recognition for it. It's unresolved between us because it represents so much pain that it makes us embarrassed, it makes us ashamed about it, and so we would rather fluff it over and repress it and say forget about it. But that history still lives in us, and while we can say biological traits are transmitted through regular heredity, cultural ideas are also transmitted, and right now we are living with many of those slavery ideas that we have never resolved. And we don't need a slave master. It's like a self-induced post-hypnotic trance we're in. We're doing it on our own now.
When you say slavery ideas, and remember this is a conversation,
Sure.
everyone can jump in. When you say slavery ideas, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, a lot of the decisions that we make, a lot of the attitudes we have
Give me an
that we
example.
think are very routine and moderate or acceptable, actually are rooted in slavery. Ideas we might have about, say, funerals. There's one. There's a question in the book about the purpose of funerals and why we attend them. And most of us would say, yes, we do attend them to pay homage to the dead and to support the families and so forth. But that isn't really how the funeral idea started. The funerals of laying the body out in the casket. When our people came over here on the ships, any slave who was just more rebellious than the others, they might be used as an example. And so they might beat that slave every day, 2 or 3 days, and make the other slaves, when they came up above deck for air and water, to watch them, to see this beating in order to strike terror in their hearts, to put fear in them. And then when that slave finally died, they would cut the head off of the slave, perhaps put it on a stick or a barrel, and then make all of the other slaves march past it and kiss that head.
What does that have to do with burial, though? Because the burial rites trace back all the way to Africa.
Well, I'm dealing with the funeral. Let me say funeral instead of burial.
Okay, but the funeral procession dates all the...
Not the funeral procession that we do here in America. That came from slavery, where we walk past the casket in single file. Even if the casket is closed, we march past it.
And you're saying that if...
still kiss,
but you're saying if we walk past the casket in single file to look at a person who is dead, we're a slave?
Well, it came from a process that started on the ship. Yes, I am saying that. It came from being on the ship.